My name is Tamsin Cook. I'm an Olympic swimmer. So I started swimming when I was about 9 years old, seriously, when I moved to Perth from South Africa. And I really started to take it seriously and think about going to the Olympics when I turned 15 years old and I moved to my coach, Mick Pelfrey, who's still my coach today. I made the Olympic team when I was 17 years old in April of 2016, and it was the most incredible night of my life. I just remember touching the wall. I just went crazy. I nearly started crying because I'd worked for that moment for 2 years, and with swimming you only get that one chance, that one opportunity to get yourself there, and I'd managed to do that. The night before wasn't as enjoyable. I was incredibly nervous. I was a bit of a mess, but somehow I managed to pull myself through that. And so later, leading into Rio, I trained my mind just as I trained my body, because I knew after that point, after experiencing those bad nerves for the first time, that I didn't want to go through the same thing in Rio. There was such an incredible community there that we had around us in the swim team and then in the Australian team as a whole, and we all came together and supported each other through the entire experience, and that's what made it so special for me. So after having a bit of a negative experience at trials, I did put in place a lot of strategies to help me deal with nerves come Rio, and a lot of those for me was just focusing on processes rather than outcomes. So when I'm at a swim meet or in training or something, and something doesn't go my way, I have a bad race and I've got to kind of turn it around, I really focus on, changing my perspective. And it has taken a lot of work, but I think that it's really important to see that failure as not really a failure, but a moment where you can look at it and look for where you can improve. Often when everything goes our way, we don't tend to look back and go, oh, where can I improve? Because everything's gone perfectly. But when things aren't perfect, which honestly is more often than not, those are the moments where we look at it and we go, all right, what can I improve on? When I have a poor race or I'm going through a hard training session, I really think about, these are the moments that are going to define the kind of athlete that I am, and that when I get to the big meet, when I get to the Olympics, I can remember these moments and I can draw on them to make me stronger, so that, when I'm standing on those blocks, I can look around and go, I'm as tough as anyone here, which is really what helped me when I stood up on the blocks in Rio. A piece of advice I would give to young people is that you can achieve more than what you think you can achieve. My goal was just to make the Olympic team, and I managed to come away with a silver medal, which is way beyond what I thought was possible. If you set a goal, just take it that one step further, because if you are a hard worker and if you're passionate about it, there is no reason why you can't get there. I think being an everyday leader is more about, your day-to-day life and the kind of energy that you put into the world, rather than some big title or some big achievement. I think every single person can make a difference to this world, and that difference doesn't have to be big either. That difference can be as simple as doing a good deed for a stranger, because that has a domino effect, and that kind of positivity leads to more positivity in the world. So I think that it's really important to not sell yourself short. Everyone can be a leader in different aspects of their lives and can take charge and take action and just put that into practice every single day.